Hi, welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review. As I announced yesterday and last week, we'll be doing the Cobra Viper. Pardon me for a second as I turn down my TV. I'm actually currently watching Voltron while I'm doing this video. So, hey, blast from the past all around the board. Uh, but here's the Cobra Viper. But as you can remember when I got the POC Alley Viper yesterday. Once again, thank you, Brian, for that. But before we get to the Cobra Viper, let's go ahead and look at our weekly shout outs of Back to the Media. At 41 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as emailing them at backtothemedia.com and www.backtothemedia.com. And you could also go visit Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles at 115 South Loudon Street on the other side of the splash pad. So go ahead, if you're in the Winchester area, you live in Winchester, plan to visit Winchester, or whatever the case may be, go and check those two stores out. So let's start by looking at the file card for Mr. Cobra Viper. And it says codename Cobra Viper, and he's infantry. And once again, sorry for the little background mess haze. And it says Cobra Vipers are the backbone of the Cobra Legions. They are highly motivated, subtly trained, and formidably equipped. All Cobra Vipers are issued a combination assault rifle grenade launcher, the rifle part of which can function as a short burst assault weapon and sustained fire cover support weapon, or a long range marksman rifle with an advanced light intensification night vision telescopic sight with a built-in rangefinder, multi-layer body armor, and wrap-around acrylic composite helmets with a built-in RTO radio telecommunications gear are standard issue. And here's a quote from I guess it's one of the Vipers or somebody in the Cobra hierarchy. If you want to go anywhere in Cobra, you have to start out as a Cobra Viper. That's the bottom of the pyramid. And serving in the Cobra infantry is a small price to pay to gain access to the glittering prizes at the top. Cobra doesn't reward success with parades and medals. They offer material wealth, power, and an outlet for the terrible urges that drive the greedy, the envious, and the cruel. If that doesn't make a Cobra Viper a dangerous opponent, nothing does. So let's take a look at his accessories. We're starting off first with the figure stand, upraised Cobra logo, codename Cobra Viper on the front. And then here's his rifle / grenade launcher, which comes in a very light gray, like the vintage version does. But I think if it was black or a darker gray, I think it would look better. That's my opinion. But it's an awesome weapon nonetheless. It also comes with removable goggles, which, if they would have put it on the modern figure with like red or another color on the lenses on the goggles, that would have been awesome. He also comes with his black backpack, just like the vintage, bedroll on the top, grenades on there, canteen, other sculpted materials, hollow on the inside. But a cool looking backpack. I think it's one of my favorite backpacks in the Viper line. So let's take a look at the Viper. And as you see with his blue helmet, clear silver painted on the faceplate. It's kind of like Cobra Commander's faceplate. And he's got grenades on the vest. And it's a typical military vest, type vest. Black with splotches of red, Cobra symbol right there. And he had the skull and crossbones on the cartoon, but that would have made it, just as awesome if you would have had it. red Cobra logo on his belt, with a wraparound black belt. Um, Blue pants with pouches on the side, with a red stripe underneath the pouches on both legs, and on the inside of the leg, all the way straight through the inside of the leg, you get the red stripe. It's got the black knee pads, then located with black boots. So let's take a look at and one issue that I do have with the Viper is the way his hands are, the way his hands were molded, but they fixed that in later versions of the Viper. But let's take a look at his articulation. His head rotates full 360, but that's about the best range of motion that he's got with it. His arm lifts to about there. He does bend at the elbow, rotates at the elbow a full 360. His arm does rotate all the way around at a full 360. And he does swivel at the whole gauntlet on the forearm. He does have the ab crunch feature, but the vest hinders it. Typical T-hook at the legs. He's got the double knee joint. And then I'll show you with this leg. He's got the ankle bend right there, plus the 360 swivel at the ankle. And that's the articulation of the Cobra Viper. So let's take a look at him all completely set up in his battle gear, which I actually have 2 Vipers, so I don't have to pause the video. I could just keep going. That's Viper all set up in battle gear. As you can see, I got one right there that I did the review on, and this one here that I can show up in battle gear. He makes his first appearance in animation form on TV in the 5-part miniseries Arise Cobra, or Arise Serpentor Arise in part 2. His first comic appearance came kind of late, but I think he first appeared in the Marvel spin-off version of Special Missions number 7. I think that's, if I'm not correct, you can check out Form BX257's video to find out. And it's also in the late 90s that he appeared in the first main title comic run, which was kind of late for a 1985 figure. That was a 1988 issue, 88 or 89 issue. But he still makes his appearance, and he's also a more of an updated version to the Cobra Trooper, which I actually have the Cobra Trooper, but I'll show him in a later review. But my thoughts on the Viper is he's actually a great infantry trooper, great army builder. Even though the Televiper came out first, but he's like technically the main Viper to go to. He's the go-to guy, as the file card says. He's the number 1 guy, and he's at the bottom of the totem pole. So you got to start out as a Viper to get ahead. But I would rank the Cobra Viper as a top tier figure because, like I say, he's a great army builder for great first line of defense. But if you want to watch vintage versions videos on the Cobra Viper, check out Form BX257's video and Hooded Cobra Commander 788's video on the Cobra Viper. And check out any other modern videos if they have any. Timmer does a good reviews on vintage figures also, and his channel is at Half the Battle. And tune in next week as we do my favorite Viper of all time, the awesome Techno Viper. So tune in next week as we do Techno Viper. and then continue with week number 4 of Viper Month. And I hope you're enjoying Viper Month as much as I am. And y'all have a good week and see y'all next week.